familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So as you guys can see from the title today, I am officially sharing with you guys my Pan That Face palette for 2021. This is a project pan that I started myself last year. I seen a lot of people doing pan those eyeshadows and I knew I could not do it, but I did want to pan some sort of palette. So I thought face palettes was the way to go for me. So far last year, I was very successful with it. So I wanted to continue with it. And I know that a lot of you guys have either messaged me, tagged me on Instagram, or let me know that you guys are uploading videos yourselves, that I have inspired you to do this, which makes me very, very happy because I love to see when everyone uses their makeup. It's fun to see used up and beat up makeup because you know that you love that product. So I have my palettes in front of me today, but before I share them with you, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of project pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with this intro. Alrighty, you guys. So I know I had gotten quite a few suggestions on maybe starting a hashtag for this. I don't know. So I'm going to put the hashtag on the screen. I have looked it up. It doesn't look like it's really been claimed by anyone. And I figured it's easy to fill out instead of writing pan that face palette. You know what I mean? It's a lot. You can mess that up, misspell it, and tag it wrong. So I figured let me abbreviate it and put 2021 at the end of it. So I will be using that hashtag. If you want to use a hashtag for me to follow you, to look at your progress, let me know, or just follow it and I'll definitely check it out. So if you followed me last year, you guys know that I did start panning I had the whole entire year panning 2 palettes, and I'm going to continue to do that where I always have 2 palettes in this project pan. This is my last project pan I am actually introducing. So if you're curious, I'm only doing 4 project pans this year because I was going to do the whole roulette project pan, but I realized that 60%, yes, I did tally it up, 60% of my collection is consisting of eyeshadow products. And I did just do a test run to see. And out of all the products that I could choose, I think 9 out of 10 were all eyeshadow products. So I figured I'm not going to do this project pan because all I'm going to do is be panning eye products. I can't even talk. I'm going to just pan eyeshadow products. So I figured I'm not going to do that project pan and only stick to 4 project pans this year. I will be bringing back my Fun in the Sun project pan. I had a lot of you guys ask me to bring that back, so I will be giving you guys details shortly about that project pan. So that's one project pan I want to do, and I just want to throw myself into other project pans. So this is my last year-long, or just my last in general project pan that I will be introducing as of right now. One that I wanted to do, so it's for this year. And with this one, I am still sticking to the same format. It'll be 2 palettes. Once I am done any of my goals in either one of these 2, I'll be rolling something else in. I don't know if I'll be rolling anything else in this year. We'll see how it is. Last year, I concentrated mainly on blushes. I wanted to hit that goal of using up a blush or hitting pan on a blush, and I did accomplish that last year. So because of that reason, I want to take a break on blushes. I don't want to overdo myself when it comes to my project pans. So I'm gonna stay away from any blush, and this year will be all about highlighters. So I pulled out 2 palettes that have highlighters in them. The one is the whole entire palette, and the other one is a specific thing I want to use, and I'll explain to you guys that. So we're gonna just go ahead and share with you guys which 2 palettes it is. First palette I want to do. The first palette I want to pan this year is this Cover FX The Perfect Light Highlighting Palette in light to medium. I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why I chose both of these palettes. So this is the first one I want to share with you guys. So I will obviously share with you guys any type of progress. I will take pictures, videos, so on and so forth. So the main reason me thinking this through with this year's project pan and this specific one is 2 things. I didn't want to do blushes. I wanted to stick to highlighters to rotate it. And I wanted to bring in cream products. Any palettes that have cream in them, I wanted to use up. So this palette consists of 2 creams up top and then 2 powders at the bottom. So as you guys can see, it's completely brand new. Have not touched, have not swatched at all whatsoever. So my goal is to completely finish this one completely, not leave a little bit of it. I don't see myself having a problem with this palette, to be honest with you. I think that the cream ones are going to go rather quickly. I'm going to concentrate on those first, and then these powder ones will follow through. I don't think this will last me the whole entire year. And I already assumed that when I put this in. This in total has 10.8 grams. It's not going to be that hard. Highlighter for me is a lot easier than blush because highlighter in the summer, I can put it all over my body, mix it in with lotions, and I can use them up a little bit faster than I can blush. Blush was a big challenge because it's only concentrated. And if I did use them as eyeshadow, it's very little bit of space that I would use it at. So I think blush is a lot harder than highlighter, at least for me. So I think I'm going to go through this rather quickly. I don't see myself having a problem with this one. So this is my first one I want to share with you guys. And let's bring in her companion, shall we? Now for her companion, it is another highlighting palette, but there's a specific one, something in here that I want to pan. I have never, and I am honest, I have never bought a contour palette. If I do have any contouring bronzing palettes, they've either been gifted to me, which is this one right here, or I've never really been interested. I've never been interested in contouring. I've never been interested in having the contouring palette like the Anastasia one, never purchased. The Kat Von D one, never purchased. It just never appealed to me. It's something I'm not interested in. So I couldn't go with a contouring palette. Like I wanted to do blush one year, highlighter one year, bronzer one year as far as my face palettes, but I don't have any bronzing ones. So this one was gifted to me by my mom, and there is a cream product in here, which was one of the categories, and two, it does bring a contour in here that I do want to use up because I wanted to separate it from this palette specifically. So I'm pulling in the Tarte Pro Glow, the first one. This was a gift from my mom, and I've never used it, you guys. This is brand spanking new. As you guys can see right there, it is spanking new, never been touched. So this has all highlighting in here, like these four right here are all highlighters, but these two down here, this is a sculpting bronzer, and then this is a cream sculpting bronzer. So I figured, you know what? This is one of my oldest ones because I don't own any contouring stuff. So I figured, this actually smells good. It smells like chocolate. I never even smelled it because I've never used this, you guys. I want to concentrate on this. Not so much the highlighters just yet or this contour. I want to concentrate and finish off this specific contouring palette, or contouring shade, I should say. The main reason why I'm thinking that is, one, it's a cream product within powder products. And if I'm going to reach for this palette, honestly, I would use it for just these four right here. But I actually want, this color looks really nice, so I do want to use it, and I have different ways I can use this, so I don't think it'll be a burden to me. So I do want to use this completely off, so when I do reach for any of these powder products, it's not getting in here, and then it completely ruins the whole thing for me. Because once it gets in there, I'm not going to want to bother to use this, and it's going to be a waste. So I don't want to waste it. I'm not hate panning. I'm going to make that very clear because I don't feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to hate using. I think I'm going to enjoy using it because of the way that I'm intending to use it. So for this specific palette, we're going to start off by just concentrating on this. I'm not going to touch anything else in this palette until this is all completely gone. So I'm going to have some time to use this up. Until this is gone, I'll move into trying to use these highlighters and the sculpting powder, and then I obviously will bring in another companion to go along with this one. I'd like to bring companion palettes so I don't get bored, because if you look at these two, the tones of these highlighters are not the same. This one has more like warmer tones, and this one has a little bit more cooler tones in them. So I feel like they work together because they're different. So I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this in the wintertime, and I feel like this is gonna be a lot of usage in the summertime. So that's my goals. That's my thought process. I want to mainly use this for the contouring part, and I want to completely use this up. I already have other palettes that I am intending to bring in here. I did get some for Christmas that do involve having cream in them, but they are rather new and I don't want to go ahead and attack them right away. I want to use something else, so I guess midway we'll see how fast I can use this one up. And once I use this one up, maybe I'll do a poll. Maybe I'll do a poll on my Instagram and I'll attach it to my community post here on YouTube, and you guys can choose my next palette. That should be fun. So I'll give you like 4 options of ones in my collection, and I could do that, or I could just randomize it. I can just randomize it and pick whatever, because I really don't have too many face palettes that have cream in them. I was very specific on the ones that I did ask for or I did purchase myself over over the years. These were, this one I didn't know had cream, and then this one was a gift, so I really didn't buy these two. And then the ones that I do have that are left that have cream were all gifts too. So it's not like something that I went out and I always bought a bunch of cream palettes. That was never my thing. So this is what I'm going to concentrate on. I really want to see where I can go with this. I think honestly highlighter is going to be a lot easier for me. I don't think I'm going to have a problem this year. I think blushes was a lot harder. And next year I have another idea of what face palettes I could do just to rotate and never get bored of doing all blushes or all highlighters. I have an idea of what I want to do next year, so I don't get bored. I am enjoying this project pan, and it's kind of like a refresh and a new project for you guys to watch. And it's not like,
oh, here comes another face palette that has blushes in it, Alex.
Like, I want you guys to enjoy it too. So that's why I like to change it up, and I have so much that I can definitely change it up for you guys, and you guys won't get bored. So that is it, you guys. That is my introduction to this pan face palette. If you are joining, let me know down in the comment section. I know a lot of you already have started yours. This was swapped. This was supposed to be in the beginning of the month, but you guys wanted to see pan those eyeshadows, so that went up first. And now this is going to be at the end of the month update. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.